Hey guys, Greg here, Bone Tactical, tuning in, and I'm about to show you guys actually how you can get this shirt that I'm wearing, get one of these shirts free. All right, this is the Columbia combat shirt from Bone Tactical. All right, this is the Columbia combat shirt that I make, and they are pretty amazing. So there's only about 200 left in stock, and this is how they ship right here in this cool bag. I'll get into that in a second. But what you got to do to get one is, we're doing a BOGO right now. It's Multicam BOGO is the code. So put 2 of these in your cart at checkout. And I'm never going to make these again in Multicam, all right? They are literally the top combat shirt on the market in the world right now. It gets no better. The reason that I'm getting rid of them is because I've developed my own camouflage. The thing is, a lot of you guys love Multicam, and it's gone up like gold. The price of Multicam is crazy. So I'm selling these shirts actually right now at a cheaper than it is to make. So I'm taking this opportunity really just to pass on to you guys a great opportunity and some great savings. I'll show you in detail how good they are and all that, but the only thing you got to do, I'll show you the quality and everything. The only thing you got to do to get in on this is you got to hurry. The first thing you got to do, because they're going to go quick. But you just got to put 2 in your cart at bonetactical.com, and then at the checkout process, it's like on the last page, you enter a code. Just enter Multicam BOGO. Multicam, M-U-L-T-I-C-A-M B-O-G-O. And then all you got to do is pay, and you only pay for one of them, and they're on sale on top of that. So you're literally able to buy these shirts right now for cheaper than just the material costs, and it has the finest stitching and the highest quality of any tactical shirt on the market. There's no other tactical shirt that you can get this high quality of stitching. And then we also do, this fabric is just crazy expensive. Just the fabric itself, it's like 40 bucks worth of fabric, okay? If you were to try to buy it yourself, you couldn't buy it in bulk, and you wouldn't get the bulk discount. You'd pay like 60 bucks just for the fabric that this shirt's made out of, okay? So now you're looking at getting them for like 40-50 bucks for 2. It's just crazy. Get one for yourself, get one as a gift. Anyway, this is how they ship. I'll do some questions and answers after this, guys, so stay tuned for that if that's what you signed in for. I'll give a little rundown of everything we got going on here with these shirts. Basically, this is how they come out of the package, just like this, right? So got my little tag on there, Hawaiian accents. I'll show you all the Hawaiian accents. Coconut buttons, all right? So these are genuine coconut buttons, really cool. They're stylish, cool, and camo. The material is super heavy duty. If you buttoned all the way up, you don't see the Hawaiian accents anywhere, so it's fully functional for, you know, hiding yourself in the bush. But then you could roll your sleeves, and there is a little bit of Hawaiian, just some cool little places inside all the way inside the collar. Just, we took from some really top high-level designers, okay? They're doing some of this stuff, but then we just added a little Hawaiian in there. It's vented, okay? So if you're on the boat and you're running and gunning, whatever you're doing, if you're going on a 4-wheeler, or just, you know, if you're in a hot environment and you want to be cooler, it's just going to it's going to allow you to have this really heavy-duty fabric and be cool, okay? So genuine Multicam, the real deal, ripstop, super heavy duty. And then just check out all this stitching, guys. Just beautiful hand-tailored stitching. Just the fit and finish and the attention to detail is just bar none. Just absolutely amazing, guys. That's kind of what I wanted to show you guys today. So definitely check those out when you get a chance. And I will do a little bit of questions and answers now. I'm sure there's some of you guys probably tuning in. Jones, get off of that. Come here. Get up. Jones wants to lay on everything that he can lay on. Come here, you gotta introduce yourself now. Come on. Come on. Come here. Say hi to everybody. Now you're getting put on the spot. Come here. I didn't put it over there for you to lay on it. Come say hi to everybody. You're not camera shy. Well, he doesn't want to talk. Anyway, we'll do a few questions and answers if Jones will allow me to. Might spark up a cigar here. Yeah, it's Jones's shirt now. I'm basically gonna have to make him one of these days. He's due. He's put in his time with Bone Tactical. He's due for his own shirt. Have to take his measurements and do him a custom tailored job, right? Anyway, we'll get into some questions and answers here, so load them up. Check out how cool these pockets are, though. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? All right. We got a bunch of people checking in, saying hi. Corey, Johnny, T. Johnson, Danny King. How you guys doing? We got let's see what the questions are. We got some questions loading in as well. So, People's Rooster is asking about what these cigars are. This is actually a Victor Sinclair bourbon flavored. So they're just they come in a pack, you know, a small little tin can actually, and they're kind of cool because you don't have to smoke a full cigar. You know, if you don't want to smoke a full cigar, it's an option that you can smoke one of those. So something you can smoke if you're in a hurry, or if you don't want to, you know, have to really dedicate yourself to a full stick. So that's kind of one of the things there as far as that goes. But just basically, you know how it goes when you want to smoke a cigar, but you don't want to necessarily smoke the whole thing. So you got cigar smokers out there, I'm sure, understand that. So T. Johnson is asking if the Multicam is back in stock. So like I said, they're selling out quick. I had a couple hundred of them at the time of the posting of this video, but they'll be selling already because, you know, it's such a great deal. They'll already be selling out. So yes, they're in stock. I had a couple hundred. They were in stock in pretty much all sizes, but you're just gonna have to get on there on the website and see, because, you know, it's a live inventory. So as people are buying them, the stock's going to be getting lower and lower. It's really just an unbelievable deal that you can't get anymore. You can't find deals like this. And then as far as Multicam, it's you know, it's really in style right now. It's even been adopted by the Army, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know. But fully adopted by the Army. But I think it's kind of, in my opinion, I think we're ready for a change. In the tactical community, it'll probably be 5 years before this particular material begins to be being looked at as something that needs to be changed, because what it took over was the old gravel pit digital camo, which was just terrible, probably the worst camouflage in the history of the U.S. military. But this, you know, is really a good camo, and right now it's the best camo that the U.S. military has used. But the Bone Tactical camo that I will be making these shirts in probably sometime next year, I think is gonna have a big impact on the people who know. I think one of the problems that we have in all industries, not just the tactical industry, but in all industries, is that the people that have worked hard their whole life and made something of themselves, make it to the top, you know, later in life, 50s, 60s, they're in charge. In the military, they're in command. In the business world, they're CEOs, board of directors, stuff like that. But it was 30 years ago when they learned the trade their trade, right? And 30 years ago, things were a certain way, and they learned from another person who had learned 30 years ago, right? So we're so far behind as far as innovation goes, and I think what we really need is innovation, and that can't come from big businesses anymore because of that dynamic. It's got to come from small time innovators. I like to consider myself a small time innovator. Definitely not a big shot, not a big name in the tactical community, but I think we're doing big things, and most definitely more innovative things than anyone else in the tactical community. That has to do with our camouflage. Just, the shirt itself. These shirts themselves are just leaps and bounds. We've taken old school, tailors, hand-tailored people that make these shirts, that have done it their whole lives, and their families have done it, and it's an art. And we've taken art and integrated art with modern principles of modern materials, and the netting in the back, and the openings, and the breathability, and modern technology with art combined to be just an incredible product. And that's what we do as well with our knives. And my knives, I make knives by hand, right? Custom knives, but I use the world's highest quality, most technologically advanced materials, the best steels available, right? The 5160 knives that we're making just have a level of toughness that we get a good, great 60 Rockwell hardness, and they're just so tough that they're really hard to beat. They're just tough knives, very hard, very sharp, and really just, there's a lot of super steels and stuff out there, and I think there are some, finally we're getting into what they call super steels that have a decent amount of stainless properties as well as being a usable knife, and that's kind of the first time that we've ever had that in the knife community. It's always been a man needed to take care of his blade, right? And it's not difficult. So I don't really understand what the big hype is about the new stainless steels, because they're not better performing than any of the knives that I make. The only difference is that they are a little bit less prone to corrosion and rust, which means that you don't have to do as much maintenance maybe. But I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If I'm gonna, I don't want to forget how to take care of a knife, because they are, they're more stainless, but they're not 100% stainless. None of these super steels will last at the bottom of the ocean, right? In this salty environment that I'm in right now, they're not going to last. So really, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because it really mimics our society's need for instant gratification right now, and laziness. So if you can't take care of a knife, if you can't teach your kids how to take care of a knife, just wipe it down when you're done using it and oil it every once in a while. If that's too much for you, what does that say about our future? If we can only use stainless knives, if we have to spend twice as much money on a knife that's partially stainless because we can't wipe a knife down after we use it, I don't know. I don't want to think of the repercussions of that. I don't want to really go into detail about what that means in other things, right? In other walks of life. What does the rest of your life look like if you can't even take care of a knife? But got a lot of guys talking about the shirts, checking out the shirts on here on the comments, and saying Sully Cortez said he loves the products and the clothes. Are pants and shoes on the horizon? Sully, I have been developing combat pants for quite some time. The production process is very advanced and intricate, and I'm already working. Like I said, I've been working on them for years. So yeah, there's definitely pants in the works. I've got a lot of prototypes, and I am gonna have to make an extremely large amount of them, mainly because of the material costs and stuff like that. Developing my own material, I had to buy a bunch of it. So there's definitely pants in the works, and then we're kind of getting everything fine-tuned, set up to make sure that they're just absolutely perfect. Obviously, combat pants have a lot more detail involved in them. A good pair of combat pants costs right now, they're like $300-400. So I'm hoping to enter the market at a competitive price. So we'll have to see, but that's kind of the issue with that, is just making sure that we do it right. It takes product development takes so long. The knives that you see on my website, I've been working on for some of them for 15 years. So some designs, my first knife designs, I was literally designing 15 years ago, and they were, you know, sketches and ideas and stuff like that, that it's just taken so much time before I don't bring something to the market unless I'm fully confident that it's the best in the world. And that's not a joke, or just, you know, just me saying that. That's a big responsibility. So when I can tell you that, you know, my tomahawks are the strongest and sharpest tomahawks in the world, that's something that everybody else in the tactical community has been trying to prove me wrong about, right? There's you know, pick the biggest name brand out there if you want to. They're seeing these videos just like you guys are, and there's been times when I've gotten, you know, a lot of feedback from other big businesses, and them saying, you know, certain things to me about why do you have to, you know, target or single yourself out as being better than everybody else. And well, you know, I take pride in making a stronger tomahawk and a sharper tomahawk, and then, you know, these same companies have obviously tried to dispute that, and we're actually such an industry leader that at first they thought about maybe trying to dispute it. Then when everyone pretty much figured out it was undisputable, then they started copying. So now you'll see, I was the first one to introduce a choke up hand grip on a combat tomahawk. Everybody's doing that now. Bone Tactical was the first. You saw it here with us. I started, you know, I showed that, and I said, hey, these are not even combat tomahawks these other guys are making. They don't even have a choke up grip option. They can't be used in close quarters. That's the whole point of a tomahawk, right? And so they started integrating those features. I started talking about how sharpened beard was a bad idea on a combat tomahawk or a fighting tomahawk. All the other guys had sharpened beards. They started eliminating the sharpened beards because it's dangerous to the end user. It was just, you know, that innovation from Bone Tactical isn't going to stop. It's just what we have to do, what I have to do to stay one step ahead of the competition, and to be able to keep remaining true to my promise to make the world's most effective self-defense tools, edged weapons, and non-permissive environment gear. The non-permissive environment gear now includes clothing. So I'm going up against people like the U.S. military, as far as the providers, people who are providing the U.S. military with their clothing, and that's the level I want to compete on. So I may not be able to cover the production means of the U.S. military, but that's the only thing as far as production capability that I have, that I would say that's what makes me a small-time guy. But if you take one of these combat shirts and you put it next to a U.S. military combat shirt, current right now, you're going to want one of these combat shirts every single time. It's just better in every way. So maybe the U.S. military wouldn't be able to supply the U.S. the whole military with that many shirts, but that's an advantage that you guys have, that you can have that. If you like multicam, you can have that colorway. You can get a better combat shirt than anyone else in the world has, and now you can get it at less than what it costs to make. But they'll be sold out soon. So that's kind of what I wanted to make this video about and discuss it. There are a lot of people commenting, tuning in, and messaging. I'll give a couple shout outs. Lil A, Fermenti LLC, Black Cat. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Danny King saying that his EDC Kank is the best knife he's ever owned. Hard use and high quality. Thanks, guys. But yeah, be sure to go over and check out this sale. I did this sale for you guys. I'm losing money off of this sale 100%. I'm getting rid of these shirts, and I just wanted to do something great for you guys. I wanted to get a little bit of the name out there, and just I can afford it right now. It's not gonna make me shut my business down. I'm not rolling in the dough, but I do this because I enjoy doing it. So I have a little bit of margin in there to where I don't need to have. I'm not doing this to make money or to get rich. I just need to be able to survive, just live to see tomorrow. So I'm not going to be stacking any kind of money in the bank. Just at this point, covering my expenses to keep working, keep running my business, and keep, of course, my outreach programs and trying to make the world a better place. Apart from that, that's really it, guys. And I'm pretty excited. I hope you guys give me some feedback. You guys that are buying these shirts, um, let me know. I love to hear. I get emails all the time. We do. Me and LT both. LT at bonetactical.com forwards them all to me all the time as well. Greg at bonetactical.com. But I'm always getting emails uh, about people saying, "Man, I can't believe that how amazing these products are. I always knew you were the real deal. I always knew that Bone Tactical was legit, and but I never knew it was this serious. And this is amazing. Like, this level of quality doesn't exist anymore." And we all know that. We know that stuff. We know that American manufacturing is going to the wayside, and you can't get good stuff anymore. And if you can, it's you know too expensive. Nobody can afford it. So, but I like hearing it. So shoot me an email, guys, and let me know that you love the shirt. Thanks for watching. Bone out.